Thank you for staying with us. For an insurgency-ravaged community, any form of assistance to the traumatized and pauperized inhabitants will be much appreciated. So when Yobe State Emergency Management Agency took distribution of palliative greens to Shettima Shetiri in Gujba Local Government Area of the state, it was like residents hit a goldmine. 3 years after the town was occupied by Boko Haram, they trooped out to receive the items. Let's share the moment with you. People feeling the impact of government and governance there, because this is indeed very difficult time in the country, and we don't care how other state governments get to see it, but this is like an example that other state government must brace up at this time. This is what you do to make your people happy at this period.
Yes, and the funds are there. The funds are there to show empathy to our people. The funds are there to meet our people at the point of their needs. It's just that some governors choose not to prioritize putting smiles on the faces of their people. You see a governor who has empathy. You know a governor who has empathy by the way and manner they try to solve the existential problems confronting their people.
Food, survival first.
Yes, people need to survive. Okay, look at this community.
This is not one. Our producer, please.
For 3 years.
Individuals.
For 3 years, Boko Haram was in control of this community. It's called Shettima Shetiri village. It's the village in Gujba Local Government. That
okay,
is
they call that is Gujba.
Gujba. That is the local government of the governor. So this community is a small community.
This is not 1 of rice. This is not
no.
1
and it's not like saying, okay, a whole street, go and share 1 bag of rice.
1 bag of rice. Very
Everybody,
ridiculous.
that's what some governors are doing, especially in the south. They should be ashamed of themselves.
We say it. If you like, don't like it.
If you like, don't hate us.
Don't like it. We'll say it.
They gave money to governors to give palliatives to people. And you are watching people dying. You are watching people starve.
Poverty.
You can't help them. This is a community. They had to get the military to escort them to this community. Because Boko Haram occupied this community for 3 years. They had to get the military to lead them to the community, just because the governor gave the mandate that reach the most distant communities, let everybody feel this. During the documentary that I shot, when I went to Yobe, we played it on Friday here. There is a town called Port Obasanjo along the border with Niger Republic. As distant as the place is, they went to distribute this, and you will see everybody carrying his own on his head.
Do you know what this will do to this household?
Very
throughout this December.
We all know how expensive rice is. We know how expensive rice is now. See, people, they are taking it away. You know? A lot of our people in these difficult times, give them beans, give them rice. You've made their day. They will pray for you.
Throughout this month.
It's not difficult. Our people, their standards are not that high. It's not difficult to please our people. You build roads for them, just one insignificant road somewhere. They will be singing your praises. They will be praying for you. Those are things that are taken for granted in other lands.
But right now, they are starving. They need this.
They need it. Everybody who is not starving, who is not feeling the impact of the removal of subsidy and the harmonization of exchange rates, who is not feeling it? Nobody. Whether you are rich or not, you still get to feel the impact. You know, how much you are buying this thing, a carton of Indomie, some months back. It's not what you buy it now. Some of them now sell in excess of 4,000, 4,500. Something that we were buying 1,000 something before.
Across the counter drugs, that's even more devastating.
No, they are very expensive.
To survive. To survive right now.
This is not the right time to be sick in Nigeria.
I'm telling you, if you have any underlying...
It's unfortunate. Well, two things really. I don't want, we all know that people take governance with different styles, but nobody can claim here that this governor does not have the interest of his people at heart. Like we said earlier, there are states that
this is Yobe State, Governor Malabuni.
Because all you have to do is set up a standard, like the man in internal affairs is doing. Once you make up your mind that nothing is impossible, it will be met. This governor has decided on his own that you are going to get to the furthest corner of his state. And people will do it. It's about leadership.
Yes.
But if you now decide on your own program that, okay, what we are going to do is that people in Obawale should have one bag of rice and they can now take one cup.
One grain.
Or somewhere in Yewa land, very near the border, where they bring in rice on a regular basis at Idiroko, where they do whatever you want to call it, smuggling, interstate trade, whatever. And you are now sending back to them one bag of rice for 10 households. And you think the providence will smile on you? It doesn't work that way. There's a Yoruba saying that says that when you take care of the less privileged, those above you will take care of you. That's the nature of nature. That's how it works. But we now have governors who have made up their mind that they don't really care for people.
Not even a priority to some governors.
They don't care. Some governors have decided that staying in their state capital is an aberrance. So if you don't stay at home to take care of your problem, so how are you going to solve the problems of your people? Because if you have governors who have made up their mind that this time I'm just going to be Ajala, to touch as many places as I can under official Esther code. Wonderful for you. But people will remember. Because you have roads that you and I know are roads that cannot be fixed before Christmas. This will, of course, throw up the amount of money you need to transfer those roads. If those roads are bad, the cost of transportation will go up. Meanwhile, this is the basic thing that is needed. Food.
At this time, yes.
A family with a bag of rice, a family of 4, can manage a bag of rice for 4 months. Because it's not going to be the only staple.
Yes.
They have other things to eat.
Yeah.
But you've solved their problem for at least a quarter of a year by simply giving a family a bag of rice. Now, some governors will send a bag to a whole ward. And as the ward
this one is they distributed the hand to hand.
Yeah.
That's the way the executive secretary of Sema in Yobe State.
And people should not talk about population. It's about planning.
That's what Dr. Mohammed Goje said. That
the essence of governance.
Hand to hand. It's not like, these are the community leaders, we dump it on them. No. Hand to hand. That's why you see everybody carrying his own and going.
And that's one thing Governor Zulum does too.
Yes.
He will take the money, he will be distributing.
He can distribute money for hours by himself.
Personally, a whole governor.
And even clothes, these yards of cotton. You see Zulum distribute yards of cotton. What they have done in Yobe that I'm particularly even impressed in is that even this is going to students as well. They have what they call food basket. Food basket in addition to scholarship stipends. They are taking it around schools. I've seen a list of the schools and when they will get to them. So a student will get a 10 kg bag of rice along with the scholarship stipend that they will give him, with the food basket including 20 kg bag of rice. Of course, there will be other things that the student will go home with. So, and they are taking it around the tertiary institutions. There is no way people won't feel the impact of government. This is what we want to see.
Correct.
Don't tell us that a state is too big. If a state is too big and you have the resources, break it down.
Yes.
Let it cascade to the
All looks and prices.
yes, yes.
All looks
That's
and
what we want to see.
Look at
Our
the
people
channel,
will
their
now,
councillors.
our people will now know that yes, these are difficult times, but government cares. If we don't do that, they will just see you people as extremely wicked and opportunistic leaders.
You want to
That's how they will see you.
Bridges, you want to continue building big projects. Meanwhile, people are hungry.
No, I know people that have not seen the man they voted for in the last 6 months. Now, is it 6 months since they came in? Somebody was talking to me in one of the southwestern states that they've not seen their representative at the local assembly. I'm not talking about Abuja. Local assembly that they voted for. The guy they were seeing every day for 3 months suddenly disappeared. He was not in Abuja, he was in the state capital. But they don't see him.
They are not accessible.
It's that bad.
They will get their this thing. Yeah. They will get their breakfast after 4 years.
Everybody
Election is coming. Again, they will whip them.